Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about peer reviews and having peer reviews as a baptism of fire. So let's get into it. So I had a very interesting question from someone who asked, Frederick, do you think about using peer reviews in extremely pedantic peer reviews as a baptism of fire to screen out people? And I kind of thought about this and I figured, well, I'm not really sure what the process here would be, because in my world, in order for you to be able to have a peer review in the first place, you kind of need to know people. So screening people or get like things of this nature is kind of hard to do that up front when you don't know a person. I mean, what am I gonna say? Oh yeah, you're wearing these shorts, and you know shorts are not great in an office environment, you're fired, or like you're not gonna get the job. Like, it's hard to say something meaningful when you just met someone, right? So I'm assuming that this is something that you do during the first part of the hire, like when they first kind of get on board, within the first 6 months or something of that nature, I suppose, because that's when you can make a meaningful relationship to someone. So what I will argue here is that I really don't, I mean, it is a healthy exercise in a way to have a peer review, but I'm not really sure why it would be necessary to be extra pedantic or have this as a baptism of fire. And the reason why I'm not so sure about that is because you're not in the military. What would be the point in trying to deliberately be extra critical of someone for the sake of testing what? Their resolve, their personal strength, how committed they are to the company. Like, what would be the purpose? What are you testing? Because I mean, if we are in the army or if we're in a life and death situation, then absolutely, I think that there would be it would be stand to be reasonable that a group of individuals are going to work with each other. If I have a coworker and I need that person to watch my back when I'm in a life and death situation, then sure, then I hopefully we can have some type of process, a peer review or something that makes us really ask ourselves, how much do we trust each other? Because I need them to be in the game. If they can't handle a bit of pressure when it's just me and my, and their team outside of a combat situation or a life and death situation, then it's very unlikely that they're going to be able to handle the same emotional pressure when it's actually happening. So in that scenario, it would make a lot of sense. But you're not in that scenario when you're a programmer. It's more important, I would say, to figure out whether or not this person has the right mindset, has the skills, and has the ability to cooperate efficiently, and you kind of make sure that they have the right communication skills. These are the things that matters to a programmer. I mean, trusting the resolve to a company, that's kind of, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird in a way. It's bordering on another type of, well, no, we're not going to go that far. But there's been quite a few groups throughout history who are very good at creating an environment where you're really there for just doing one specific thing and you don't leave without their say so. Anywho, I would say that just having a peer review will be stressful enough for most people. Like a peer, it's a very sensitive topic, you being defined by another human being, and a lot of people are very sensitive to this sort of thing. So I don't think that you have to go like extra hard on being pedantic and trying to spot mistakes and failures in an individual. I would actually say that I think that unless there is a really good reason to do something like that, as I said, unless you're in like a military environment or something like that, I think it can only damage your relationship to, I mean, because most people, like most ordinary people, do not get to a point where this level of intimacy between people doesn't feel comfortable to a lot of people. You know how most people are. You have ordinary everyday conversation about the weather, about dogs and so forth. I mean, unless you have a really intimate connection to these people, it's a bit of a leap for a lot of people to get that personal and still be okay with it. And you do require quite a fair bit amount of personal security to be able to sit down in a room and just have a bunch of people tell you that, hey, you're crap. Because that's the focus of this, right? To be extra critical as a screening process. So I would say that it's having a peer review is a healthy exercise to a degree. And most people, I would say, should just continue the way that these things usually go. And the way they usually go is that even people who are supposed to review you and be critical of you as an individual will be nice about it most of the time. It's not common to have someone like kind of just lay into you for various reasons. And I think that that's the platform we need, because as I said, the odds of you really hurting somebody or making them doubt themselves or so forth is very high when it comes to having these sorts of conversations between co-workers or people who aren't really at the same emotional commitment as they would have to be in order to make this a more productive and constructive exercise. It's a very difficult thing. So what I want you to take away from this is that I absolutely don't think that having an extra harsh or like a baptism of fire type of deal with the peer review is something that is suited for a office environment or like for a team or anything like that, unless such a team would actually need that sort of exercise to be able to trust each other. As I said, military operation, firemen, things of this nature, where you need to have a fairly high amount of emotional stability and trust to other individuals within the group. IT doesn't work that way. I mean, programmers need to, we need to cooperate, but we don't need to take a bullet for the other person. Well, hopefully not. There was a time I thought I would have to do that, but yeah, that's another story. So I think that just having a normal peer review, if that's your sort of thing, is enough. Because trust me when I say this, for most people, most ordinary people, this is going to be stressful enough. You would be surprised at how few people actually have the sort of emotional stability to feel okay with basically taking criticism for who they are, like about who they are and how they do things. Most people just walk around in ignorant bliss and thinking that they're pretty much okay in every regard. Very few people stand and self-reflect around things such as like, what could I do better? What am I doing well? What's good about me as an individual? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? These are things that most ordinary people don't talk with each other about, and this is a very intimate exercise, I would say, in general. So be careful. Have a great day.